Well, apparently with Xabi Alonso out, Ruben Amorim is the next one in. Let's take a look. Yes, of course, the news is widespread by now. Xabi Alonso wants to stay at Leverkusen, it seems, and Ruben Amorim seems to be the next one into Liverpool as Klopp's replacement. So, of course, we need to take a look at yet another Ruben Amorim tactic. This one is called the Amorim Sporting CP343 version 3. It is by our friend Sebastian 3, currently updated as at the beginning of April, so just a couple of days ago. But we're going to check it out with our three teams of Liverpool, funny enough, Aston Villa, and our championship side of Ipswich Town in just a minute. So let's take a look and see if Ruben Amorim can lead Liverpool to absolute glory. Let's take a look at the Premier League and see how they did. Well, taking a look at the league tactic, it looks like Aston Villa is the winner here. 81.74 goals for. Okay, that's not the greatest tallies, but second place is fantastic. Liverpool in third, 2 points down, but a couple more goals there. 81 looks like they're, well, maybe third or fourth in the league. But overall, both teams did fairly well. It really would have been nice to get a few more points, though. Let's start with Aston Villa because they were on top in the table. But if we take a look at the domestic cups, Carabao Cup fourth round is where they lose out to West Ham. And thank you, FM, as always. They lose out in the FA Cup fourth round as well to West Ham. So they didn't do all that well there. However, an almost perfect run in Europe gets them a Europa Conference League final trophy over Fiorentina. We haven't seen them in a little while, but 3-1 win. There's your trophy. So overall, the Premier League, fantastic. Second place is an amazing spot to be in for Aston Villa. Winners of the Europa Conference League, a trophy there. Unfortunately, in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, they didn't do all that well. Taking a look at Aston Villa's squad, you can see a sea of green there. Fantastic showing there. But 18 goals for Diaby is actually a little bit down from usual. Douglas Luiz, though, was 16, so got a couple players picking it up. 16 assists for Lucas Digne. Douglas Luiz was 16 as well. Average rating, Lucas Digne was 725, Douglas Luiz was 720. Well, let's take a look at Liverpool and see how they can fare under a Ruben Amorim reign. Well, as you can see, Carabao Cup final, they lose out against Brentford in extra time. They get to a second final in the FA Cup against Manchester United. Unfortunately, lose out 0-1 there. And they get to a third final against, funny enough, Sporting, and they lose 0-3 in extras. Wow, 3 finals, 3 losses. You come in third. This is not your season. I mean, overall, it's a fantastic season. Don't get me wrong. Third place in the Premier League, only off by 2, and actually you're only off by 5 against Manchester United. It's a weird season, but you probably could do a little bit better if you took control of this yourself. Third place is not bad. You still have Champions League next year. Runners up, though, in all 3 trophies, the Europa League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. That's pretty crazy. Squad-wise, again, a nice sea of green there for Liverpool as well. 21 goals for Nunez, Jota with 20, Salah all the way down with only 10. He didn't play all that much this season. Assists, 17 for Trent, Luis Diaz and Robertson with 12 apiece. Average rating, a 7.38 for Salah, so he did a good job there. Adrian actually played. Interesting, but a 7.17 for Trent. Data hub for Aston Villa, throwing it all the way to the right side. Non-penalty expected goals per 90 and shots per game through the roof. Unfortunately, goals and passing percentage, things like that, are just not there. And if we take a look at Liverpool, it's pretty much the exact same thing. So let's take a look at the Premier League stats. Most goals, Chelsea in first, Man City in second, but Liverpool come in third with 81, Aston Villa all the way down in seventh with 74. Fewest shots against, Liverpool, of course, in second, Aston Villa, again, in seventh with 356. Most possession, Liverpool and Aston Villa, 56 it's about average. 53 is a little lower than average, though. Most dribbles made, Aston Villa with 633. Tackles won, never there. Best pass completion, 5th place for Liverpool, 6th for Aston Villa with 88 and 89%, not too bad. Liverpool, though, with most shots for 584. Aston Villa coming in somewhat of a close second. Now, our championship side of Ipswich Town also did fantastic. 108 points, 92 goals, topping the league there. Second place, automatic promotion, definitely a winner. Unfortunately for domestic cups, though, out against Chelsea in the second round of the Carabao Cup and then out in the FA Cup fourth round against Newcastle. So overall, while the domestic cup runs were not all that great, the Sky Bet Championship was second place, automatic promotion, fantastic. But funny enough, as we look at the squad, you can see the average ratings, not a lot of green there, even if they came in second. But goals-wise, Connor Chaplin with only 11, that's the tops. That is pretty crazy. Where's George Hurst? All the way down with only 3. 8 starts, 20 off the bench. Assists-wise, You get 13 for West Burns, 10 for Chaplin. I mean, the stats here are just not good. But 726 for West Burns. Leif Davis, are you even here? No, he's moved off to Sheffield United somehow. So as we'd expect, they're in here a couple of times. Most goals, first place with 92. A great job there. Fewest shots, it tied for third with 390. Most dribbles all the way down in eighth with 722. And then most shots for in first with 688. But let us take a look at this Amorim tactic. It is a 3-4-3. You start out with a sweeper keeper in support, wide center backs on the left and the right in support, and a libero in the central spot in support as well. Wing backs on the left and the right in attack. Segundo volantes in the central spots, and then an inside forward in support on the left and an inside forward in attack on the right. Advanced forward in attack up front. A couple of them do have individual player instructions, so keep that in mind. Positive mentality, in possession, attacking width is fairly wide, overlap on the left and the right, play out of defense, passing directness is shorter, tempo is slightly higher, low crosses, work the ball in the box and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter, and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. So how did it do for our three teams? Ipswich Town coming in second place is a fantastic spot, especially without Leif Davis. That is insane that they got rid of Leif Davis. But second place, great spot. Of course, the domestic cups, whatever. Liverpool and Aston Villa. Actually, I mean, second for Aston Villa is phenomenal. Third for Liverpool, it's okay. You really would have wanted a couple of better points, and you probably should have gotten to second or first, but overall, still not a bad job. Aston Villa getting a trophy, Liverpool coming up runners-up in every other trophy. It's just crazy. But overall, it definitely is one to take a look at, especially if you like the Amorim style, if you like Liverpool and you want to see how they do and how you can actually massage your players into those tactics and kind of play your way through each match. It would be interesting to see. Let us know definitely in the comments below if you've done this and how it went. But that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.